Hey, what's up guys? Rakeem, Addison here, and on today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make $1,000 a month with this simple formula. Now, I just kind of want to take you back to last year of April, right? That's when I had my first $1,000 month, and I had just pretty much at the same time I was actually traveling and I was in the Dominican Republic. All right, and then I came back and it kind of just took off from there. Now I want to show you how that was actually done. Now you'll watch a lot of videos where a lot of people will show you different ways on how you can make 1,000, but they're not showing you how to actually get there, what it actually takes to make it there. Okay, so I'm going to get into that, and I'm going to actually minimize my camera here. All right, so I'm here on my desktop. Let me actually get to the actual whiteboard. All right, so here we are. All right, so what you're gonna have to do, right, and I want to show you these numbers right here first. So if you look right here, these are 3 of my funnels that I have, and I'm using the ClickMagick software to track the amount of people that hit my website, the amount of people that opt in, and then the amount of sales that I generate. All right, so the reason these numbers are important is because you have to know your numbers. If you don't know your numbers, you're not going to know, okay, if this amount of people hits my web page, how many of those people are going to actually convert into leads, and then how many are going to actually convert into sales. All right, so let's take a look at my numbers. All right, so if you see right here, this right here is 93 people visited my website. All right. And then you'll see right here, out of those 93 people, 23 of them converted into leads. So that means that they put their email in, or they put their name and email in, and then they were sent an autoresponder, right? This is, remember I talked about having the proper tools, right? And I actually use Getresponse myself, and I'll leave a link in the description if you want to pick it up. All right. Now, that means that they're being sent an email without me even doing anything, right? And once that email, like if they don't buy on the front end, right, I'm still following up with them. You see how all these processes, they all come back, because if you don't use these processes, then it won't work out for you. All right. All right. So you see 93 people visited the page, 23 people actually entered their email. So that means that 23 people received an email from me. Now, out of those 23 people, one of them actually bought. Right, so you can see that's a 1% sales conversion rate. So now I want you right now, like as you're watching this video, think about. I don't want you to think about it, because if you're not already tracking your numbers, this is why this tool right here is important. ClickMagick, it actually allows you to track the amount of people that are visiting your website, the amount of actions that they're taking, so if they're opting in, and also your sales. So if you're not using this right now, or you're not using any type of tracking software, then honestly you're not going to be able to do this as easy, right? You're going to have to take like different measurements of like you're going to have to guess. You know what I mean? So let me actually show you something over here, right? So basically the numbers you see here, the 93 and the 23, what's basically happening is they're taking the 23 people that converted, and then they're dividing that by the amount of people, which is the 93 people that visited my website, and then they're dividing that. And then what they're coming up with, if we times 0.247 times 100, that's going to give us 24.7%. Now, if you take a look here, you'll see what they have, 24.7%. So if you think about it, that means that if this was 100 people, for every 100 people that visit my website, based on my numbers, for every 93 people that visit my website, 23 of them are going to convert into leads, and 1 of them are going to convert into sales. Now, we're talking about $1,000 a month. So right now I want you to think about in your mind, what's the amount that you're going to make when you sell a product, not the price of the product, but the amount that you're actually going to make. All right. So just to kind of give you an example, I'll say, let's say you want to make, let's say since we're talking about $1,000 a month, you need to know, let's say your product is $50, or matter of fact, let's just say your product is $100. So that means that for every person that decides to buy your product, you're going to make $100. Okay. So based on that $100, you now know that, okay, this person converted, boom, that's $100. Now to get to 1,000, how do you get to 1,000 from 100? You need it's 10. So now let's take my numbers for example, right? So I know now 93 and 23, right? I know that. So in order for me to generate 2 sales per day, let's say I was making $100 per sale. In order for me to generate $200 per day, I'm going to have to get 193 times 2 is 186 people. Now this is all based off math, guys. This is not a guarantee, but based off what's already going on with my capture page and throughout my entire sales process, if I get 93 people, I'm going to generate 23 leads and I'm going to generate 1 sale. So in order for me to generate $200, since we're using the $100 per day, I'm going to need to get 186 people to my capture page, which is going to bring me 46 leads per day and 2 sales per day, right? So since we're talking about 1,000, that I would need to do that. If I'm making $200 per day, right? It's only going to take, it's 200 times, what is that? 200 times 5? Yes, that would be $1,000. Right, so I'm only going to need to do that 5 times. You see how these numbers work? Like marketing is really just math if you think about it, because most times the numbers that you see here, yes, they do change from time to time, right? They do change, but if your numbers are continuing to stay accurate, then you already know what to expect. It's like you're having predictable income. Right, because I mean, none of us can really control traffic. Like if you're particularly using free traffic, then you're not gonna really know like when the traffic's gonna be coming. But if you're using paid traffic, such as like Facebook ads, Bing ads, YouTube ads, any one of those things, then now you kind of control the traffic. You're kind of just putting like what is it? Interruption marketing. So if you're using Facebook, that's like, people don't get on Facebook to buy stuff, right? They don't just wake up and say, oh, I'm gonna find me an ad and I'm gonna buy things. They don't do that. So when you're using interruption marketing, in my opinion, I feel it's a lot more difficult than free marketing. And this is why like 90% of the time I'm doing video marketing on YouTube, because when someone is searching for something, right, they have a problem that they're trying to get solved. So if I do a video, I provide value on whatever it is their problem is. Now at the end of my video, they have a solution. Guess what? They're going to connect with me a whole lot more because they see me, they see my gestures on the video, right? They're seeing all these different things. Now they may not know me per se, but they feel more connected with me because I just helped them out with their issue. You see what I mean? So this is why video is important. Interruption marketing, it still works, right? I still use Facebook ads, but most of my results have been with YouTube marketing. All right. So I've broken down how you're going to make $1,000 a month. So I think, I hope that you took what you actually make, right? Because this is how you're going to be accurate with your numbers. Because if you just say, okay, because sometimes what you'll run into is most companies, they're not going to pay you 100% commissions. Now there are some, and I'm actually a part of some, but they're not going to pay you 100% commission. So if you use the number that, like let's say you make $49 for, let's say you make $49. That's the price of the product, but you only make, out of that 49, you only make 22, and then you use the 49, then your numbers are not going to be accurate. You know what I mean? So I always use the number that I'm actually going to make, so that way it's accurate for me. All right. So I've explained to you how to make $1,000 a month. Now, I hope that you use this formula, like really use this formula, because it's very important that you know your numbers. If you do not know your numbers, you technically don't even have a business. It's like you don't know what's going to happen. All right, and I highly recommend you pick up this ClickMagick software, or you maybe find another software, right? And I'll leave a link in the description forward to pick up that ClickMagick software if you want to start using this so you can start tracking the amount of people that visit your website, also the amount of leads you're generating and sales, right? This sometimes, like, I'll check ClickMagick, and if I wouldn't have checked ClickMagick, I wouldn't have known that I've had a sale unless I actually logged into my back office. And this is how it's so powerful. All right. So with that being said, I hope that I shared some value with you, in this video. And if I did, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Tick that bell icon to be notified, so anytime that I release any new videos, you get them. And with that being said, I look forward to seeing you in the next video, my friend. Peace.